I'm going to show you something I picked up a while back. It's a variable ND filter. Picked up quite a few of them, different sizes. These are Fotga Slim Wide brand fader ND designed for digital cameras. Picked these up on Amazon.com for maybe $10–15 each, so they're extremely cheap. Problem with variable ND filters that I'll get to in a little bit, I don't think these suffer from as much or at all. So here is one. This is a let's see, 67 millimeters. So it's just pretty simple, two pieces. Got the 67 millimeter filter thread on the back, and then actually widens. That's to avoid vignetting with the lens. And you just rotate it. You can see it gets lighter or darker. The benefit of a variable ND filter: for one, you don't need multiple filters. Two, it's good for situations, let's say you want to go outside in the bright daylight, you're using a wireless flash setup. That means you're limited to your sync speed unless you're using some type of TTL, but let's just say you're using general wireless flash with radio frequency triggers. You're going to use something like this to limit the natural exposure of the scene, so you can get a mixture of flash and ambient, a proper mixture of flash and ambient, by limiting the ambient light with this variable ND filter. Because of course you're limited to, let's say, 1/200th of a second flash sync speed, and it's too bright out. You need something like this guy. Another good situation for these are you use a tripod, you are trying to do some photos of flowing water, and you want that effect where it looks like just a big white mass instead of capturing the water as it moves, freezing it. You want that flowing look to it. You'll just do a long exposure with the variable ND. It's a little bit easier because you're not fixed to a certain amount of, limit, the light that these limit. So I have Pentax K5 here with a 24 millimeter f2 lens. Very simple. Connect it. Like I said, it's slightly larger than the 67 millimeter filter thread, and then you just rotate it on the camera. You can see it's getting lighter and darker as I do that. Pretty simple. So these Fotga ones, take a photo with the really poor quality ones, you'll get a black X in the photo depending on how you have the filter rotated. I don't think it's too bad, really. So for maybe $10 or $15, of course it's not, up to the quality level of one of those $100, $200 ones, but I think it's worth at least trying out. Another good thing about these variable ND filters is in video mode, because you have some pretty big limits. In video mode you can't do extremely high shutter speeds and things like that, or you don't want to do very high shutter speeds. You use the variable filter to change your exposure, very instantly, and it works really well with video. So that's another good use of these guys. So that was it on variable ND filters, and more specifically these Fotga. They say professional, but they're pretty cheap and maybe worth at least trying out based on the price. Thanks.